Hey, what's going on, YouTube channel? It's Taurus down there again. This is the Go Hard or Go Home channel. Alright, y'all. Today, I'm going to be going hard about these black female divestors. Okay? We're going to try to understand a little bit about them. And why you shouldn't go around them and what they really want. Okay? Now, this has to do a lot with black women, this particular group of black women, because it's not all black women. But this is a very big group, and it's this group in particular. They worship white women and white things and white people. They will tell you that they don't, but they do. I'm going to show a few pieces of evidence here today that's going to show my perspective on this thing, okay? So let's get into it. Before we get into it, y'all hit like, subscribe, share. If y'all think I've been doing a good job so far, let me know by doing that. Don't send money. I'm good. So just subscribes, likes, shares. So let's get into this, all right? The first thing we're going to talk about here, let me fire up my little blizzy, because you know I'll be doing that, is we're actually going to start talking about this thing that I feel like the black female divestors, and a lot of black women in general are envious of white women. Now, I'm not saying all of them worship white women. I'm saying that a lot of them are envious of white women. Now, there's a big group that just straight up worships that. White women, the best thing ever. Why did I say that? They won't say it that way. But if you look at it, all the way back from the doggone feminist movement, which was even supposed to be between white people and white people. And then black women got involved in it. Okay. The white woman probably didn't ask black women to be involved in it. And even with black women being involved in it, they're not going to get what the same other people get. We're going to go over this again here. All right. See, let me see here. Let me go to this little article I found here on the history site. All right. Now you can go to www.history.com and you can read about this and find out about this stuff. But they call it a massive overlooked role of female slave owners. And they estimate that over 40%, well, that 40% of slave owners may have been white women, all right? Now, as I went through and I looked through the article there, because y'all can find it and read it up on your own if you want to. I give you the basis of it. There was a lot of white women ordering up slaves, and in particular black female slaves who had just had kids, so that way they could take care of their baby, feed the baby, breastfeed, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? They called it wet females because because they have milk in the breast. Either way it goes, this is a very this is a real connection between the black women and the white women that we're going to go on with later, okay? Because even though white women pretty much was enslaving black women, the same way it was going on the other side with the men, black women still took up with white women, and they still, like, when they came with their issues, they still stepped in with that. Black women got a problem with this. They did this with gay guys, and gay guys turned on them. They did this with transgender guys, and then transgender guys turned on them. So they may have to think as a group a little bit more about what they're going to do from now on. All right? So, yeah, there's a lot of female slave owners. Now we're going to get into this one. Some of those were black. A lot. Here's another study that guy did. Let me go to the top of it so you can see the title. This woman had to turn in this paper at Louisiana State University. She's got a thesis for her master's degree in history. All right, this is back in 2007. So the research that she did found that even in they call it antebellum New Orleans, the old New Orleans, Free women of color tried hard to improve their lives, of course, and engaged in a wide range of economic activities, including slaveholding. Right now, they don't know why women was doing that because like it's free women. Why would they want to hold slaves? Because a lot of these women weren't holding slaves. They weren't holding slaves to like free their family members and stuff. They were doing this for profit. It tells you that hey, the free women's their color status it was exceptional due to specific patterns of manumissions in Spanish Louisiana and to their unique relationship with white men. See, this is what these divestors and stuff, they're still holding on to this kind of stuff from back in the day. Even though it comes from this type of thing, the so-called divestors keep talking about date white, do white, get a white guy. White guy's gonna treat you better. White guy's gonna do this. Which is that's not the truth because if that was the case, then there would have been a feminist movement from the white women because they would have been getting everything they wanted from white men. They weren't. They weren't. And this even goes on to show you, they got some charts down here where women were freed way more than men when it came to slavery. So the women had, of course, you know the women had a deal with the men because, sex and stuff like that. It just is what it is. See how they show the emancipation of slaves here? Females is the green, red is the males. The women were going to get given a chance to get put ahead, and it's kind of like it is now. Okay, the same way, but a little bit different because the women are thinking they're going to get treated. Actually, it's the same. They never came out on top of the other thing, and it ain't going to come out on top of this one. This divesting jump. They tried it back then, even now, and they're talking about it in this. They talked about it in the with their relationship with the white man. They talked about how they was holding slaves, selling slaves, doing that kind of stuff like that to make money. Because nothing wrong with getting money, but dang, selling your own people out, that's one thing. Okay, but before we get to go, because I just wanted to drop those little tidbits of information and show how I think that they kind of correlate to this because it's going to be a long subject and this thing we're going to talk about over the years. But I think they still think somehow that by them doing all this divesting and stuff, they're going to get higher than where they're at, and they're not. It's already been proven. It's actually proven through this, what I'm showing you today, and this is how. We got done in the beginning of the video. We talked about the overlooked role of female slave owners and how 40% of the slave owners may have been white women. That's almost half, y'all. That's almost half of it. It's 10% less. It's 10% shy. And I read through this article. You know what I'm saying? Some of the women own more slaves than their men counterparts. Maybe black women think that this is some kind of power that they're going to attain, but it's not. Now we went back to the other one. We saw that they had something like that going on back in Louisiana and some of the other states some years back. But the thing is, though, they still didn't come out on top of that. And the reason why they won't come out on top of it is because no matter what man does, his wife is more likely gonna look like him. The person he has is you can go right now, and people always make the joke and say they trace back light skinned people to that was the slave owner sneaking out there in the slave shacks and stuff, and it's part of the truth. But you'll never trace that back to like such and such as grandparents told him that he was this or this and that. And even when you see it on the movies and in the little shows, nobody knows that they know that the slave owner's daddy is the slave owner is such and such as daddy, and that's why he get treated that way. But he's still black. He get treated a little bit better than everybody else. But so there's really no thing to go along with it. I think divestors just what that thing is. They got some of this stuff right here that's still left in their head, and they might think that they're gonna make this connection with white guys, and it's gonna be this and that, and it's not. It's gonna wind up being the same way it got did before. Your ass gonna be the side chick, and that's gonna be what it is. You might get a few little perks, but that's really what it is. I've seen these divestors. They always talking. The divestors hate themselves. They really do. They worship white people. They worship everything that's not black or not them. That's really what it is. What was your proof of that? Look at their head. They hate their hair. For them to tell you that you hate yourself, you hate your mama black, but you don't want to like your mama. That's not how your mama's hair looks. It's not. Mm-mm. Your mama ain't got no blonde hair. Your mama ain't got no blue eyes. It's just the truth of it. But this is where I think that some of it comes from. Black female divestors worship white people. They worship and they want to be white women. That's really what it is. And they're not gonna get that. Even the Cynthia G chick, I always mess up her name. Even she wants to get rid of the black race and degree, even though she got with a black guy and had a black baby. Which she said which was against what she said. See, that's what I'm trying to say. It's funny. But this is where I think it comes from. I think somewhere deep down inside, they're still trying to be the white woman. And that ain't going to happen for them. So, that's my opinion about it. I'd like to know what other guys think about that. All right? So, if you got opinions, drop them, because that's what we do on this channel. That's the currency. And if you think this was a good video, hit like, subscribe, and share. Or at least just hit like. Let me push it on out. But this info is stuff that I think that a lot of black guys should look into. Because, especially with the divestor thing going on, I mean, you got to kind of know about it. You should ignore it, of course. But you got to kind of know about it, because these people might actually try to do stuff against you. They're kind of bad people. I mean, if you ever listen to the Cynthia G chick, you know what I'm talking about. So that's been my perspective on that. I think that they got something going on from way back in the day. And they haven't realized yet that there's a certain position they're not going to get. They're not going to be the white woman. They're not going to be her. They can want it as bad as they want, but they ain't going to get that. It's been proven over time, because shoot, even though the black women owned slaves, the white women was owning them. And they still couldn't just be the white man's wife. They couldn't do that. There was a side chick with a few things going on, and I think a lot of them divestors wouldn't mind that. They really kind of worship that position. But y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, I'm out of here on this one, y'all. This has been some information on why I think that a lot of black women worship white women and want to be in their position. It's just been that way since slavery. They even do slavery like them. They just got done proving that. They'll do. And when I was showing the report, it went on to say that they were doing this for commercial reasons. So they were making money the same way. It's just like, I think that in the end, the black divestor females want to be white women. And this is my proof of that. Y'all drop the comments, let me know what y'all think. This has been Taurus Down, and this is Go Hard to Go Home channel, y'all. We out of here on this one this morning. Let me know what y'all think about it. Hit like. I'm out of here. Peace.